is everyone ready to celebrate this evening? Yes. At this time, we ask you to please rise from your tables as we welcome in some very special people. Please put your hands together for the parents of our bride, Bauman and Nayer. Let's hear it. Yeah. And now, the parents of our groom, John and Rosemary. Please welcome our two ring bearers, Henry and Dario. All right, guys. And now, our lovely flower girls, Abigail and Lydia. And now it is time for our bridal party. Please welcome first Megan and JD. And now Nazgul and Robert. Come on in, guys. Please welcome Mary and Michael. And put your hands together for Lillian and Danielle.
I got my money, let's spend it up. Go out and smash it, like on my goal. Jump out that.
And now, please welcome Allison and Philip.
I know we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go.
And now, please welcome Hillary and Matthew.
Fill up my cup, nozzle drop. Look at her dancing, just take it off. Let's paint the town, we'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our maid of honor and best man, Mitra and Edward. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the very first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Norcha C. Chani.
under an old oak tree, over the canyon so wide. All I see is her obsidian eyes, they black out all of my sight. So give the stars to the lonely city, and give the ocean to the country. Ain't seen anything so pretty as the girl who gives me all of her loving. Been so since the beginning, she stopped my world from spinning. Is it too much to dream that we can forever be rare hearts that never disagree? Is it too much to dream that we can forever be rare hearts that never disagree? In case this is just a dream, I let my tired eyes loose. Lord, help me float downstream, sliding down the river of fools. So let our rare hearts float together and disappear into the night. Live or die in here forever, lost in obsidian eyes, where I don't care about living. So let the world start spinning. Is it too much to dream that we can forever be rare hearts that never disagree? Is it too much to dream that we can forever be rare hearts that never disagree? Rare hearts that never disagree. Rare hearts that never disagree. Rare hearts that never disagree.
Today has been and will continue to be a day of great joy for two families. Different cultures and different traditions, but one heart. Celebrating the birthday of a new family through the marriage of Nick and Gaz. We pray that God will bless their lives together with sweetness, wisdom, and laughter, and their home with patience, peace, and compassion. May they know the satisfaction of growing together as a couple and also as individuals whose love and passion will continue to make a difference in their communities and their families. May they also know the strength of the support and love of all of those who are gathered here together today to share their joy. And may our celebration be an expression of gratitude for all of God's blessings, including the food that we will continue to eat for the last few hours, for those who prepared it, and for those who will serve it. And in the beautiful words of Rumi, I'm sorry to be stealing thunder from the wedding ceremony. May the blessings that flow in every wedding be gathered together, God, in this one wedding. May God bless Gaz and Nick. Amen.
Nair and I would love to welcome you to this beautiful gathering. a gathering that is really for a beautiful reason as well. And the reason is, as you know, the bonding of Nick and Gaz, hopefully for the rest of their lives. We are really grateful to all of you who have come from near and far to witness this beautiful matrimonial bonding between my daughter Gaz and my son Nick. I'm here just to thank you all. But in order to do that, would have to call a few names. First, I'm going to be calling Rosemary and John Nourisha. Who've been so gracious to accept us as a part of their family, and have been also so gracious to accept to be a part of our family. Next, I'd like to thank Mehdi, my brother-in-law, and Megan, my dear love. The way that they conducted the ceremony was really unbelievable. And we enjoyed it so much. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Mehdi. Again, probably if I could find officiants like this, maybe Nair and I would have decided to maybe, do it one more time. We are thankful to Jimmy Khavarian and Mrs. Khavarian for preparing and setting up this beautiful Persian spread that you saw. We're especially thankful to Ed and Mitra, who were the best men in the maid of honor. We're thankful to our flower girls and the ring bearers. And we are really and honestly thankful to all the beautiful, lovely ladies who, by grinding the sugar above the heads of these two young people, shared the sweetness of their lives with them. Also on the side, grateful to all the bridesmaids and the groomsmen for, although being drunk, to pretend they're not. And they really did a great job. Finally, I'm grateful, and by I really mean Nair and I, grateful to these two young people who have been the main cause that we have gotten together here tonight. I wish them a happy, healthy, and harmonious life together for the time that's allotted to them. Love you all. We're honored to have you all here in this beautiful gathering. Thank you, and have a good night. Thank you. Beautiful night.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and please join us on the dance floor.
Hi, everyone. I'll keep it short. I know we've had a lot of speeches. As many of you know, I've known Gaz since I was a tiny person. We grew up together. We went to rivaling high schools, and we both played soccer. She was not only an incredibly accomplished soccer player, but she was also so well known that even everyone in my high school knew who she was. This is of no surprise. This was probably due to the combination of her athleticism, her personality, a smile that can light up a room, and an energetic laugh that could literally throw you back, which has happened a few times. In elevators, yes. Be prepared. You are one of the strongest women that I've known, and you're truly an inspiration. And then there's Nick. Moving on. At first, I was slightly skeptical, as we all are when there's a new significant other, of course. But the more we spent time together, the more I noticed how attentive you are to Gaz, and how you genuinely care to be part of our rather large, extended Persian family. You kept surprising me time and time again. For instance, it takes a certain level of confidence to voluntarily walk into a room and know that you're going to get kissed by 90 Persians twice, and you still walk in the room. This is a testament to the amount of respect you have for our culture, the way you've learned our language. It's amazing. And this shows the level of respect that you have for Gaz and her family, and in turn, how much respect we have for you and your family. So, Gaz and Nick, I truly love you both. I'm so happy that fate brought you two together. Let's all raise a glass and toast to this happy couple. Salamati.
In the parlance of Nick's occupation, I would like to present Exhibit A, standing right out here on the floor. Now, many of you may not know this about Nick, if you haven't known him for more than 15 seconds, but he is a notorious absent-minded genius.
It's true.
Yeah. He's the type of kid who, at the age of 7, successfully memorized a 7-page poem, every line, but can't remember not to plan a wedding during the Final Four. I'm just saying. All right, so Nick, if you could, please extend your right foot.
I got you. Right foot.
Right foot out.
There you go.
Tilt it to the right, to the left.
Yep.
All right, now if you can turn around the other way and show this side with your left foot.
That's the left foot. There, right there. Yeah, just show that. There you go.
All right, JD, do we have confirmation?
We have absolute confirmation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, Nick is wearing shoes, so everybody who bet JD and I that he would forget to wear shoes to his wedding has to pay up.
Hey up, let's go. Bring him up. Bring him up. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh. Sorry, guys. Household expense.
I almost bet $10.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
Nice. This was a much better bet than betting on the Final Four.
Yeah.
If anybody later on wants to hear the story of how Nick drove 4 hours to college on his very first day of school and got out of the car and realized he did not bring a single pair of shoes, catch me at the bar, I'll get you caught up later. All right. So in figuring out what messages we wanted to share during this speech, JD and I, we really landed on 3 things. There's 3 really important things. First off, number 1, we had to expose some of Nick's more, let's call it, unique characteristics.
Which I think we just definitely did. So Nick, actually, why don't you take a seat and let's give him a nice round of applause for being so good, Nick. There you go.
So we can check the box on that.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Number 2, between the 2 of us, we have 30 years experience being Nick's roommate. That's a long time. So, Gaz, we're gonna do a good job letting you know what you're in for.
Guys, I see you laughing over there. That's great. It's awesome. But just so you know, like, he's gonna start trying to use power tools soon in your house, and that's gonna be a whole interesting phase. That was 2015 for me, but good luck with that one. Yeah.
Not working out well for anybody. And the third thing, in all seriousness, guys, we want to do a really good job of welcoming you into our family. We're really excited to have you. So the first thing that we want you to know, guys, is that by nature, Nick is a wanderer. And there's an old saying, you guys have probably heard it, not all who wander are lost. That's not about Nick. He's lost. Most of the time. As an example, as children, we would be at the beach. My mother would hand him a piece of garbage and point at a trash receptacle 20 steps away. Nick, go throw it out. Somewhere during those 20 steps, Nick would forget what he was doing. And 1.5 miles down the beach later, he would stop and say, where am I? And why am I holding this trash? So, Gaz, we've gone and found him for the last 35 years. It's your problem now.
We could definitely stay up here for the rest of the evening and tell you all about Nick's adventures. But I think I give a unique vantage point to Nick and Gaz's relationship because I was actually the one who was there when they first met and they first found love. And to be honest with you folks, and I mean this, the moment I realized that Nick really found someone special is when he left me for Gaz. It's true. No, let me go. Let me just get through this. Nick, I first noticed it when Nick stopped showing up to our weekly viewings of The Bachelor on ABC every Wednesday. Where's Nick? I don't know. I guess he's out. Man. He's not gonna make it. And then, see, because Gaz, life, BG before Gaz was Nick and I we were close. We were close. And I think we were a little too close. Let's be honest. There were definitely whispers out there. Yeah. In fact, I remember sitting down with John Norsha, Nick's dad, and I remember sitting down and saying, Mr. Norsha, yeah, your son, who is 32 years old, he's moving back in with me for the 4th time. And I still remember the pain in Mr. Norsha's eyes when I said, not only is he moving in with me, but we're going to be making a movie about cartoon cereal mascots that kill each other. It was the first time in recorded history, folks, that Mr. Norsha did not say, good show. But I do, getting back to Nick and Gaz, I do remember, I don't know if you remember this, Nick. You don't remember this morning, but I don't know if you remember the call you made when you first met Gaz. You called me, yeah. And Nick said, hey man, I met somebody. And I was like, awesome, that's great. And he's like, she's beautiful, she's funny. I really think that she's the one. I said, dude, are you serious? That's amazing. I was like, what's her name? And he's like, I still don't know how to pronounce it. But it's definitely love. Now, but ladies and gentlemen, I do have to be honest though, I mean, that phone call was the moment that I realized that there was one question. I bet you all of you are actually wondering this one question, and that is, what does Gaz have that I don't? What's the deal? Like, who is this Gaz?
Shake it off, big man.
Okay.
Stick to the script. Stick to the script.
Thanks, Ed. All right. I remember, for Gaz's film, I remember thinking, is it me? Is there something wrong with me? Maybe it is me. Maybe I'm just too, I don't know, maybe I'm just too high energy. But then I met Gaz and I was like, nope, that ain't it. So, I do remember, Gaz, you came over, the first time she showed up, I was at home, I was making quiche for 2, it was quiche for 2, and Gaz, you showed up out of nowhere, and I remember immediately wanting to size her up and be like, let's see what she's all about, I'm definitely, and she walked in, and before I could size her up, she just started hugging, and I mean, I don't know if you guys, she hugs, and I was like, this girl is definitely a hugger, and so I guess it was 7, this is the Gaz hug system. There's 7 standard Gaz hugs. You get the first 7. And then there's 4 apologies for the over-hugging hugs, so that gets you up to 11. And then finally she closes out with 3 sincere, I love you, it's cool that we hugs. And that was the moment that I realized that, yeah. It's true. And guys, that's the moment though that I did realize that there is absolutely no way that I can compete with the amount of love that you have in your heart. And you have so much love to give, and I really cannot tell you how happy I am for you and for Nick. But before we go on, Ed has to make fun of Nick one more time.
What can I say? Gaz said during the wedding that she will always be his biggest critic. Nick, I'm your older brother. I will always be your biggest critic, but I love you. I love you. All right, guys, something else you need to know about Nick. He's really, really trusting, and that is an endearing quality because he gives all of his trust. As his big brother as kids, I kind of saw it as a weakness. And I felt the need to expose it all the time. Like the time that I convinced him that Mel Gibson made the movie Hamlet as a metaphorical sequel to Lethal Weapon. And Nick bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. What? Nick, are you shaking your head? Are you trying to say something? No, because I have a microphone so they can't hear you.
Microphone.
Just sit there and smile. It'll be good practice for marriage. I got 15 years under my belt, so we're good. Guys, for a long time, Nick has been really important to both of us. He was an intelligent, precocious little kid. But you know what? At night, when he was little, he still wanted, in our room, he still wanted to push the beds together. Because even precocious and intelligent, he's still sensitive and he still had a scared side. And JD and I have protected that side of him for a long time.
And I gotta cut you off. Actually, Nick was still pushing the beds together when we were in our mid-30s. So.
All right, moving on. Moving on. So, we protected that, guys, and we are really excited that we're getting to pass that responsibility over to you.
Gaz, now we are passing the torch to you, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. He's no longer ours. Nick is yours. And just like your wedding song that you guys danced to earlier, Rare Hearts, you truly do have a rare heart, Gaz. And I'm so amazed at the energy that you give my lifelong friend. So thank you very much for that.
Gaz, we are really proud and excited to have you as a sister.
We are very, very thankful for the man you've helped our friend become.
We've always known that Nick needed somebody really, really special.
And we are truly thankful that he found someone as special as you, Gaz.
Many years of happiness to our new sister. Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
You're young at heart, for it's hard you will find to be narrow of mind. If you're young at heart, you can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life becomes exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart.
And now our groom would like to invite all the mothers and sons to join them on the dance floor.
Treasure on earth to be young at heart. For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you derive just by being alive. Now here is the best part. You have a head start if you are amongst the very young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you derive just by being alive.
گل گلدون من تو رگام خونه من به خدا جون من بسته به جونت بسته به جونت خودم به قربونت شوق آواز من بال پرواز من محرم راز من خیلی دلگیرم خیلی دلگیرم بی تو میمیرم به دنبالت میام هر جا که باشی آخه میمیرم نباشی نمیذارم دیگه از من جداشی آخه میمیرم نباشی میدونم با وفایی الهی زنده باشی میدونم با وفایی الهی زنده باشی بیا دردت به جونم بیا ای مهربونم چقدر تو میدونم خدا نکنه خدا نکنه به روز از من جدا باشی خدا نکنه خدا نکنه که با من بی وفا باشی گل گلدون من تو رگام خونه من به خدا جون من بسته به جونت بسته به جونت خودم به قربونت شوق آواز من بال پرواز من محرم راز من خیلی دلگیرم خیلی دلگیرم به تو میمیرم
شادی کنید نیت بهتون مادی کنید دست بزنید شادی کنید نیت بهتون مادی کنید جهادش خنده نامش سینه مانش هره مریه همه باره آمده باشم من پردی باره کار کنیه آچه بیارید شادم لاره بکارید خندم رومن کجایی از آشنایش دشت خدایی گل سر باشه گلارتون و باش
in